Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you name it, X. It's Kev from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make some sense out of nonsense. Welcome to the show, ladies and gents. I see about 15 people already in the chat waiting. So while you're waiting, let me go ahead and make sure that you can see and hear me. All right. Somebody said, oh, wow, that's a lot of red. Y'all saw that thumbnail? Did you see that thumbnail? Was that the bloodbath that they were talking about? I'm wondering, because they were going crazy over the bloodbath. Is it okay? Is it okay to use that word now? I'm just wondering. I want to make sure. Okay. Because I think that is the example of a bloodbath, and we're going to be talking about that and how that bloodbath occurred. What caused that bath to bleed? We're going to have to talk about that. But first, I got to get loose. Oh, yeah. Because we ain't done with these cats, these liberals. I feel like I'm rocking the planet. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. There's some kings in the building. Gorillas in here. Gorilla in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Yeah, and we sure enough did rock the planet, the world, should I say the United States, and the whole planet. Because you know, everybody got to respond to this. Oh man, stock market going up. I guarantee you spending is going to increase because of positivity. Man, I can see it coming. So guys, before we get into all of that, I want to let y'all know, if this is your first time joining the show, hit the like button, share my videos, follow me on all the other social media platforms. The links are below each video. There's a number on the screen, 330-974-4607. And if you text MAGA to that number, I'll at least be able to lock you in just in case they unexist me somehow on this platform. And also, if you want to donate to the channel, you can through my Cash App and my PayPal. Now, somebody talked about Kev dancing. Oh, man, you know I love to dance. So do Trump. Check it out.
Back me up, go all in, by Joe Biden. I gotta win, save the country from sin. I won't never slack up, get your money back up. Try cause my voter and your bounty gets smacked up. Get up, stand up, throw your MAGA hats up. If you got the feeling, Kamala's unappealing. Trump's got the hot flow, Dems are talking junk. Though I got shot in my ears, certify me as the GOAT. Yo, working, drive through peeps in the cars. Let me serve more fries than lies from the voters are. DJ T, should up in the lead. And if great switch them on, I'm the prezi you need. Kamala's a clown, Kamala's a clown. So get out and vote, keep jump around, jump around.
The Smurf.
Keep jump around.
Break it down, Trump.
Jump around. Jumps up, Kamala's going down.
What?
I'm the cream of the crop. I rise when I'm shot. Some started from the bottom, but I've always been on top. Painting me as a dictator, some type of super trader. I think you need some loving cause you sounded like a hater. But I ain't going down like no pump foo. Clean up the house, Joe, moving in back soon. Kamala's a clown, Kamala's a clown. So get out and vote, you jump around. Jump around.
What? Look at that. Look at that map.
Dear God, it's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Trump around. It's beautiful. Now let's go back. Let's just take a quick look at that map. Look at all that red. How do you explain that? I mean, this is an absolute embarrassment. Right now, man, that red has come in. Red rum. So now, it looks like Trump has swept all of the swing states. He won the popular vote. Anybody hear anything about Carrie Lake? What's going on with her? I need to know what's going on up there in Arizona. It would be great to have another Senate seat. And if, God forbid, she didn't win, I hope that somehow they're going to put her in the cabinet somewhere. She needs to be activated, man. Yeah, she needs to come off the bench. So somebody said, I hope she would win. Yeah, I haven't heard anything yet. But if Trump won Arizona, I can't understand why she wouldn't have. And somebody said cheat is in Arizona. Yeah, man, you know, that just the last time how they played her. So I already know. Man. They are scared of her, man. Boy, she's a danger to them. So, yep, that's what the map looked like. And that ended up being a landslide. A landslide brought them down. And I wonder if they're able to reflect and see what they've done. Lily Tang, man, she didn't win in New Hampshire, but I knew she, she was up. It was an uphill battle. It's a liberal area, and I'm thinking, man, apparently somebody said she lost. Are you talking about Carrie Lake or Lily Tang? Hopefully, Carrie Lake didn't lose. Like I said, if she lost, though, the thing is, put her in the cabinet. Put her in the cabinet. Somebody said no news is good news, so we'll see. Who knows? But anyway, if people up there in New Hampshire would have listened to Lily Tang rip that lady, Mary Poppins, to pieces, you got to be some special kind of dumb to not realize the difference between somebody like Lily Tang and her arguments and her exposure of that Democrat, and still say, I'm going to vote for this lady. I'm going to vote for the rich lady who's trying to pretend like she feels the pain and the suffering of everyday people. The rich lady who is repeating every single thing that all the Democrats repeat. Yeah, that rich lady. I'm going to go ahead and vote for her over the lady who can identify all of the real life issues that's going on around and accurately identify them. Lily Tang ripped her to pieces. So she has nothing to feel bad about, because in a normal world with common sense folks, she would have definitely won. But unfortunately, when you're in a liberal area, there's people who are compromised, they're mentally compromised when they continue to vote for folks like that lady, like many of the other Democrats. But I guarantee you, though, they're going to have to rethink their strategy. So I need to help them out. I need to go ahead and maybe identify some of the key reasons why they lost. And surprisingly, this came from Stephen A. Smith, y'all. But let's see it again. Hold on. Look at that map. Dear God. It's beautiful. So here we go, y'all. And maybe this will help them out. Maybe they could bring me in as a consultant. And, you guys lost. I saw that one coming. First thing you didn't do is focus on the main thing, the economy. See, y'all tried to lie to us and tell us that, the economy was good. The inflation was down. Your pockets and all of this stuff isn't what it looks like. All of the pain you're feeling, it's not there. And trust me, you guys just can't recognize it. You just can't recognize that we've come in and blessed y'all with the economy. And they've made so many horrific decisions off grip when it came down to the economy. Starting off with extending lockdowns. They didn't think that would impact the economy. I mean, just think about this. That short period of lockdowns with Trump before he left office hurt his economy. So now the smart thing would have been to, soon as Trump was out, open back up the economy. But see, they were power hungry. They were too interested in trying to implement some tyranny and run a test run on us. That's what the problem was. They were like, all right, then let's see how far we can push them. Yeah, we might have to use this later. So let's see if we can separate the sheep from the real wolves out there, the wolf pack. And they abused that, and it started to tank the economy. So then out there, they're giving out spending checks and stuff like that, doing all of that, messed up the supply chain, passed that stupid Bidenomics bill or whatever it is, and it jacked up the economy and then lied to us the whole time. And that's the even bigger problem, because you're gaslighting folks. And they thought we all bought it. With the assistance of the media, they would come out there and say the economy's great. We don't understand how these people aren't able to see it. They just got to get the message out there. We got to show them who brought it to them. So that's number one, because when you're talking about stuff that folks are going to overlook everything for is their immediate needs. When you talk about the economy, that's their substance, that's their survival. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't have time if I looking at getting my car repossessed, my house foreclosed on, food, all of that stuff, insurance. I don't have time to be thinking about women's reproductive rights. I don't have time to be thinking about climate change. I don't have time to be thinking about transgender rights. I ain't got no time to be thinking about our democracy is at risk because of Hitler. When you got to eat, when you got to drink, when you got to pay bills, and then the Democrats come in with all of these superficial, non-impacting, non-necessary issues that they want you to focus on, you're going, that sounds good and all, but I got to eat. to talk to me after I get finished eating. So your immediate needs is always going to trump everything else. And when you sit back and lie to folks and they're saying, I ain't got no steak in the fridge. I used to have steak filled in the freezer in the fridge for leftovers. I used to buy steak for my friends and stuff because I had a little extra money, and now I don't. And you are sitting there telling me it's an illusion. Don't worry about it. So that's the first thing. Somebody said, didn't get a notification. Make sure your notifications, number one, is set to all. But they also said, if you're not getting notifications, you can complain to them. Send them some feedback. But just in case you're concerned about it, I'm here every day, night, Monday through Friday, most of the time, 7 to 9, roughly 9. All right, what about this? What maybe they overlooked this. This is a big one. This one right here is up there with me when it comes down to the economy. It's a tight second. And that's that immigration. Yeah, they blew it right off rip. Immigration. One, you lied about her being the border czar. You know she was the border czar. Two, you guys came right in, blew that border wide open. We all saw it. And then became sneaky about it. Y'all went ahead, snuck people around the country in the dead of night and all of that stuff. And it wasn't until some smart governors exposed y'all by sending these folks up into y'all cities to where y'all finally had to come out and acknowledge it. But what did y'all do? Y'all blame those governors. They're exploiting these people as y'all exploit them by bringing them in. Y'all thought y'all could hide 11 million people? This goes to show how dumb or blatantly corrupt the Democrat Party is. You don't see anything out there. What? There's like a whole sea of people. That looks like a whole country right there. That's nothing to see. That's just a few folks. You thought you could hide 11 million people? You thought nobody would start to feel the impact of that? And the whole time it was happening, y'all lied about it. Y'all demonized folks about it. Y'all ignored the impact it had on cities, on American citizens. Y'all sat back, watched these folks get themselves in trouble and unfortunately hurt Americans. Some killed Americans, all of that. Y'all ignored it, swept it up under the rug with your media folks trying to downplay the whole thing. See, it was cool when it wasn't really on a large scale where folks that, aren't Republicans didn't notice it. See, all of the folks in the middle going about their everyday life, we can still go ahead and we're good. But when it start touching the lives of folks who normally don't pay attention to that stuff, and they're going, no, wait a minute, I'll go to pick my kid up, and y'all talking about I gotta keep my kid home tomorrow because the school is packed with illegal. Hold up, Trump. What was you saying again about that border and that wall? So what do? They try to gaslight us. They try to abuse our intelligence. They take advantage of their voters. See, because we already knew what they were doing. But they try to take advantage of their own voters by sitting back saying it ain't a problem. And this and that. And now it's a problem. Everybody's mad about it. Oh, okay, so now I'm going to get tough on it. It's not our fault. We didn't do this. It was Trump. So now they're belittling the intelligence of their voters, all the people that was in the middle. They belittle everybody's intelligence. And not to mention the candidate that they were running, she wasn't believable. Nobody would be tougher on the border than me. I've prosecuted. I'm the only one who prosecuted. And Donald Trump picked the issue to run. All of that didn't fly. Okay, you don't get 11 plus million people here in 3.5 years. And you got the nerve to come out and tell us the whole opposite. I'm tough on the border. I will never allow American citizens to be subject to danger and this and that. And nobody will be tougher on it. Why weren't you tougher on the border for 3.5 years? So that's number 2. Crime. Oh, how you like that one? Nobody's cool with folks running into stores, looting, running out, and nothing happening to them. Nobody's cool with that. Nobody's cool with folks being released back out on the streets after they pushing folks on the railroad tracks and smacking and punching women and all of this stuff we watch criminals get away with because of woke DAs and woke cities. Nobody's cool with that. Did they think America, I don't care how liberal you are, when folks start to feel like I'm in danger, all of that go out the window. all of that. We don't need police. We need counselors and stuff like that. Until you're scared to walk out your crib, or you're scared to walk into the store, or you're sitting back looking at your car like it's the last time you're going to see it when you walk into Walmart. Like, it's been a nice run, girl. It's been a nice run. I probably won't see you when I get back out. Anyway, I got to go in here and buy one grocery. That's it. That's all I can afford. And they're not going to get far with you because there's no gas in you. I can't afford that either. But I might catch you down the street when they run out of gas. I'll come looking for you. You're looking at your car like that. But these folks are sitting up here talking about crime is down. Lying to us. Straight gaslighting us. Crime is down. And then, of course, this is a big one. Woke culture. Woke culture. Democrats have lost their mind. They have surrendered to woke culture. Their radical left culture, whoever's pushing this stupidity into the culture. Did they think by trying to say that kids should be okay to transition would resonate with most Americans? Did they think by saying, you know what, if y'all don't believe what we believe and support what we support, we'll just call you all kind of names and slurs? Did they think that was cool? Did they think it would be cool for most Americans to say, well, I'm okay with that young man right there who's obviously leaking testosterone all down the track while he's running against these girls and beating them by 15 yards in a 100-yard dash? I'm okay with that. Because the Democrats said if I wasn't okay with that, then I was a transphobe. Did they think people would be okay with that? Did they think people would be okay with these folks walking into bathrooms? You're sitting there about to take a tinkle, ladies, and all of a sudden a grown man walks in there. Excuse me, sir, this is the women's restroom. What did you call me? Sir? Do I look like a sir to you? Ma'am. And then you get the Democrats supporting this. You get them coming out like that. They need to be respected. I think they're crazy. Nobody wants to be associated or vote for folks who are pushing a false reality on Americans. Nobody wants to be involved in that. Nobody wants to feel like you send your kid to school in the morning as a little boy. He comes back with barrettes in his hair, full-blown dress on, talking about that, call me she, her, him, her, whatever. Nobody wants to worry about that. I mean, they've gone too far when it comes down to the wokeness. See, they are using the wokeness as a political tool, thinking that all Americans are going to succumb to this. They're all like this. We don't like cancel culture. We don't like political correctness. We don't like y'all policing our speech, trying to tell us everything we say that y'all don't like is hate speech. We don't like that. And y'all have been just completely infested with it in y'all party. Y'all thought it was going to resonate with most people. And then, of course, no primary for their candidates. There you go. That got them blew out right there. They stuck. They're always talking about democracy. And we're seeing everything about that party subvert democracy. The way they attack Trump. We'll see that next. Look at this. Yeah. Democracy, but we're going to stick her out there. She ain't win a vote. But they're talking about democracy. And what about Joe Biden? And then look at this. See, this is what got him. This is what got him right here. As they talk about democracy, we're fighting to save democracy. You look at this. Wonder why. Vanity Fair. They put this 34 felon counts. Okay. 1 conviction. We're going to be talking about that Lawfare tonight. 1 conviction, 2 cases pending. Look at that. 2 impeachments, 6 bankruptcies, 4 more years. The 47th American president. How did that happen? I mean, they just listed all of that right there. Now, in a normal world, if a politician, for whatever reason, had that many indictments and impeachments and stuff like that, it would hurt him. It would hurt him. But see, in a normal world, nobody would have all of that. See, that's what they don't realize. By putting that on this Vanity Fair cover, it really shows why it didn't work, because it's excessive. When you look at this only motivated us to say, this must be the man. This must be the guy that's the real threat to all of their power. Because nobody ends up as the former president with 34 counts, one conviction, 2 cases pending, 2 impeachments, trying to steal his money, all of this, and somehow still wins. This man is the greatest comeback kid of all times. But they miscalculated. They didn't know how to temper their attacks on him. It was so obvious that nobody likes to see people ganging up and picking on somebody. It's not cool. When you start saying, you're like, well, I don't really like that kid. But there's 5 kids out there pushing him in the mud, kicking mud in his face, calling him names and all of that. And you know what? I think I need to step in because nobody likes to see that. And they don't recognize that. They thought that more's better. They thought that to make folks really believe it, let's go so far over the top with all of these attacks that it becomes unbelievable. That's what they did. They made it unbelievable. I'm saying, now come on, man. 34 felony accounts. 34. Man ain't had a record at all. He runs against the Democrats, beats them. They're scared for him to win and run again. And all of a sudden now, 34 felony accounts that they really can't explain. He's guilty of beating the Democrats and making it hard for us, and they're guilty of turning folks against us and opening up the eyes of Americans. Therefore, we find him guilty. Now, they all concerned. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So let's get into it because, see, they just don't have the ability to self-reflect. They just ain't got it. So somebody said, love you, Kev, hardcore.
And it's this idea.
Look at this. Look at this. Look. So now look what they're doing, y'all. Okay. See, so instead of saying, you know what, it's the white man who's responsible for it. It's white women who are responsible for this. Now they're going ahead and they're turning their sights on another group of people, which this is going to prove one of my points as well. So look at this. Look at this new group, y'all, that got thrown in the category of, I guess, a Nazi.
I want to be with the side that's waving the biggest flag. I want to fit in. And there is a huge element,
Latinos,
to be honest, of anti-blackness in a lot of this. Anti-black Americanness specifically. And Paula and I have talked.
Anti-black Americanness. Holy moly. So now they got the Riddler out there. We got that booger out there with that brown little muffin on top of her head, talking about anti-blackness. Now, usually it's anti-whiteness and all of that stuff out there. But now the Latinos, they don't like black folks. Maybe they haven't been actually to Puerto Rico. Maybe they haven't been there. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans that are darker than me. Cubans, Colombians, Dominicans, a lot of them. But here she is talking about the American racism. Now they all racist. Can't cope. Just can't take the loss. Can't say maybe it's because we suck. Maybe it's because we're doing the very thing that we're doing right now. Maybe that's why they all say, see, I don't want to be a part of that. Because when we don't vote for y'all, we go from y'all loving us and say we got to protect the Latino community, the Latinx community. Maybe they don't like being called Latinx because some elitists decided that's what we should call it. Let's do that. I think they'll appreciate it. Let's just start calling them Latinx. That didn't land. So maybe they don't like that. Maybe they don't like you guys implementing all kind of stuff that they feel like this is going to really mess with me and my desire to have the American dream. As y'all compromise my American dream by bringing in all these illegal immigrants and shoving them in our neighborhoods. Saying, hey, aren't you guys Latin or something like that? I'm sure you guys could handle it. There you go. There you go. Hey, some for the blacks too. None for us though. None for us. So now they're racist against black folks and they're turning other Latinos against Latinos. They talking about deporting them, y'all.
About this, that there is a part of that anti-blackness is a piece of it, even though Enrique Tarrio, who's the head of the Proud Boys, is a black Latino, but he's down with white supremacists.
Oh God. Don't get it, huh? They don't realize that you cannot come out and say something that is directly the opposite of what you're trying to get people to believe. as they sit back and see millions of black folks supporting Trump, yet they would look you in the eyes and say he's a white nationalist. These folks are so bold. These folks are so compromised and stinking and evil. They will sit back and say that whole rally up there that had Jewish people in there, all of those guys, they participated in a Nazi rally. A Nazi rally. There you go. They will tell you Donald Trump standing on stage with his Jewish son-in-law and Jewish grandchildren, and now his daughter converted to Judaism, I think. Yeah, that guy right there, he hates Jews. He hates them. Yeah, the same guy who was over in Israel being beloved by all the Israelis, that they named a whole city after this man, they will look you in the face and say he's anti-Semitic. This is how much they disrespect our intelligence, and they wonder why we rejected them. Just like they told us, the border is secure. Now shut up. Stop talking about it. There's no crime from these illegal immigrants. They're making it up. And you're putting illegal immigrants in danger when you recognize it. Yeah, you know what? That when you guys sit back and talk about there's an invasion coming, I don't care what you see. Millions of folks coming this way. It's not an invasion. You're white nationalists. So now all of a sudden, the black Cuban is hanging out with white nationalists. That's what she wants y'all to believe.
Down with them. And there's this idea that I'm black, but I'm not black. I may look black to you.
No, you're not black. Yeah, exactly. You don't know what you are. You big old nasty stinking thing, you. We don't know what's under there. I know one thing I can see, though, is a hot dog pack on your neck. I can tell that. Maybe you're made of hot dogs and Twinkies. I don't know, but here she is. Working on a set with mostly white liberals. White liberals own the network. White liberals pay her paycheck. You would think Joy Reid, as racist as she is, you would think she would run from anything that resemble white. If she find a cotton ball on the floor, step on it, throw it out. You would think she wouldn't even come outside because she's like, the sun is white. I don't like it. I don't like nothing bright or white. You would think that. You would think that. But nope, not her. You would think she would take her chips, her money that she done made prostituting herself on that show, and move to the most remote African Zulu tribe somewhere out there where ain't not one white person coming miles around. You would think that. But she's not doing that. As she sit back talking about they want to be white, as you sit there surrounded by white folks. Now, why is it that these white folks tolerate this black lady sitting there always dogging white folks? Why is it that the white company who owns that network, the white folks, why is it that they don't get upset about her always talking about white and the white man and white nation and white people and white? Why is it? Because they know it's not real. They actually are paying her nasty stinking tail to go out there and push this garbage. Yeah, so I know if I'm a white man and I'm hiring a black woman who are constantly talking about how horrible white people are, I would fire her immediately. So they're okay with it. That's what it's letting folks know. That's why nobody should believe her. If she was really that disgusted with white people, do you think these white people who own that network would be paying her salary? I'd be like, can I see you in the office for, well, I was talking about how much I hate white people, but not y'all. Not y'all. I mean, I don't say, it don't apply to y'all, okay? I just hate all the other white people, but y'all pay my paycheck, so here she is. White.
I may be black if I'm walking through Bloomingdale's and get followed around, but in my mind, I'm identifying with whiteness because whiteness means privilege and it means not being a black American.
That is so, man, I tell you, man, Joy Reid, man, she's the worst of the worst. She is the Hillary Clinton of the media. Hillary is the worst of the politicians. She's the evilest, and she is the evilest in the media. She's the toilet bowl queen. That's what she sits on that throne. It's an outhouse, not a toilet bowl. They sent her to the outhouse. So now here she is talking about identifying with that whiteness and this and this and that. Now, wait, what did she just say about this? Hold on.
With them. And there's this idea that I'm black, but I'm not black. I may look black to you. I may be black if I'm walking through Bloomingdale's and get followed around. But in my mind, I'm identifying with whiteness because whiteness means privilege and it means not being a black American.
Now, one of the most privileged people on TV. See, these are the oxymorons that morons don't catch. I'm thinking to myself, here's a black, and I'm talking dark woman. She ain't like no high yellow. She ain't Sunny or somebody. This right here is a black woman who is mad for nothing, constantly talking about race, constantly talking about white people, getting paid millions of dollars by white people. And she's talking about privilege. Do you think if this was 1935, you think she would be able to go on some net? She wouldn't even be allowed near a TV station, let alone get in there and spew that mess. They would have rolled up in that thing on station. Oh, here she is over here, Earl. Can't believe this station let this black girl get up there and say such things about white folks. Go on, grab her, take her outside. They would have snatched her, put out this studio so quick. But here she is talking about they walk around thinking that being white is a give her a privilege and they whiten their head and this and this and that. Man, she's disgusting. I want a shot at her title so bad, boy. I tell you, if I could get on just one network, if I had a shot at one of these idiots, it's a tough one. It's a lot of them that I love. I mean, I want to get hold of Beaker, Skoja. Want to get hold of him. I want to get hold of a lot of them. But her, boy, I'm like, I'll pick Joy Reid. Here she goes.
This has to be unpacked because this shift among Latino men is
a problem for the Democrats and y'all liberalism. Y'all now got to go ahead and figure out how to demonize them because they're not allowed to shift. They're not allowed to vote independently. They're not allowed to think. They belong to y'all. They belong to the left. That's what it is. It's a problem for us.
Significant, and it says something about where we're going in this country, about whether we can create an appeal. There's also the last thing I will throw in is the creation of the idea that everything that Vice President Harris was proposing is communism. Oh, yeah. That is a potent argument. Yeah.
Oh, it is a potent argument. Price controls, all of that mess. But yeah, and you know what? This is what I mean by they really don't like minorities. They don't care about any of these groups that they claim they're protecting and looking out for. They only use them for votes. They only make sure that they lump them all together, hoping that by using identity politics, they can group them all together when it comes down to their voting behavior. That's what they do. And I have an experiment that I've been saying we need to try one of these days. Before we deport all of these millions and millions of illegal immigrants that have come here, these precious illegal immigrants that the Democrats have brought here for a better life. Yeah, all of them, before we deport them, when we round them up. Now listen, we could deport you all. However, if you're willing to register as a Republican, then we'll go ahead and cut a pathway for citizenship for you. What do you think these Democrats would do? Get these Latinos, get these immigrants back across that border. I mean, if these folks start saying, okay, that sounds like a good deal. We're willing to register at Republican. Where do I sign? They would be like, get these folks out of here. Just like they're attacking these disobedient Latinos in America. Latinos in America.
For a lot of Latinos.
55% of Latino men voted for Trump versus, 26% in 2020? What was the main difference, Latino men? From election to election. What was the main difference?
Kamala Harris popped up on the scene and she sucks. Joe Biden, he sucks. The Democrats have failed the Latino community and flooded them with illegal immigration. See, this is what the Democrats like. They like to divide the folks. Get your people back in line. Use these impressionable, stupid bubbleheads like this to attack Latinos. Now, all the brothers, now, just like black brothers got attacked, same thing. Send out these woke folk. Send the woke folk to get them. The stupid Latinos. So listen to her. She mad at them, y'all.
Besides Trump really growing his rhetoric against Latinos.
Oh.
That he was running against a black woman. In 2024, Trump is running against a black woman, and selfish, self-centered, misogynistic Latino men could not fucking handle it.
Ooh, I didn't catch the F-bomb. So that's what it was. That's what it was. Trump was running against a black woman and selfish Latino men. There it is. Selfish. Only think about themselves. Not their paychecks, not their family, not their careers, not the border, all of that stuff. They're selfish if they don't obey us. They're selfish if they don't suck it up and vote for her just because she's a woman of color. See, this is woke folk. It was on the list of why they lost. Here, look at these. Here's another woke one. She's a Latina and she's mad, y'all, at the brothers.
The fact that so many Latino men voted for Trump this election is embarrassing and pathetic. Trump won 54% of Latino male voters.
Now, see, I was going to say she's a cutie pie, but now you're getting ugly. You're getting uglier as I've seen a wart grow right there on your nose. One of your eyeballs look like it's sliding down. Tooth look like it's missing. You're getting uglier as you talk.
This election compared to 36% in 2020. This is the same man who ran a campaign on wanting to round up Latinos is calling for the large...
See, there it is. Woke folk. Nobody wants to hear this garbage anymore. So Trump was going to round up Latinos. There it is. Just like he was going to round up black folks his first time. Remember they said that before? Remember they had said that before? He's going to get in, round up the black folks, send us back to Africa. Anybody missed the boat? I didn't see the boat. I actually went to the White House and they didn't have the boat parked out back. They didn't have it parked out back. They didn't say, yeah, welcome to the White House. Why don't you go through this door over there? And there's some snacks in there. Are you sure? For some reason, looks like a boat. I see a sail right there. Don't worry about that sail. It's just a prop. Send me through there and they snatch me. Next year I'll wake up in Africa somewhere. So now this woman is saying that Trump was just going to send back Latinos. This is what liberalism do to you. It compromises your common sense, your logic. Just every Latino, American citizen. And wait a minute, I've been here. I was born here. I was born in Southside Hospital. So what? You're a Latino. Get out of here.
Largest deportation operation in American history.
For who? Legal citizens? Legal American Latinos?
Recently had a speaker at his rally call Puerto Rico trash and one...
He didn't, he called the island of Puerto Rico a floating island of trash, which they are, surrounded by a whole bunch of trash. So how about you deal with the problem? But you too offended to see the real issue. So I'd rather live with the trash because I'm not in Puerto Rico. I'm here in America. I'm here in America and I don't have to deal with the trash issue. So I can sit here and virtue signal and say that he called out the Puerto Ricans out the garbage.
To end birthright citizenship for the children of undocumented immigrants.
That's all I got to say to that. I'm like, there you go.
Like, do y'all really seek white validation that badly? Or does the machismo in you really stop you from voting for a woman?
There it is. White validation, sexism. She'll never get a real strong Latino boyfriend. See, because they're going to sit back and say, hold up, wait a minute. Don't be trying to tell me who I can vote for. And then if I say, no, I see it differently. Okay, now all of a sudden I'm a sexist. I want to be white. This is unreal. And then they bring out a guy. Oh, la Kamala, man. Listen to his message for the Latino community.
As for Trump, it is time to embrace the consequences of your actions. I've always been a firm believer of fighting fire with fire.
Yeah.
If somebody goes low, I'll go lower.
Okay.
Now, with that being said,
yeah.
I know for a fact that most Latinos for Trump have undocumented family members.
Oh.
Whether that be their parents, siblings, aunt.
Wait a minute. I mean, hold on. I mean, I know a lot of Puerto Ricans. They come here legally. I mean, they got undocumented family members. Okay. So let's see where he's going with this.
Aunts, uncles, etc. So if you know of a Latino who voted for Trump, I urge you to call this number and report said family members. It's time that these Latinos for Trump get a taste of their own medicine and a taste of poetic justice. Now, I know what you may be thinking, Angel, this is extreme. And I agree. But extreme problems call for extreme solutions.
So all of these Latinos that have been here generation after generation, that are, if you're a Latino and you have a problem with illegal immigrants or illegal immigration, it's because you're saying, well, wait a minute. I'm here the right way. I know all my families are here the right way. We've been here for a long time, but now y'all are importing a lot of folks in from not just Latin America, but from all around the globe. And they're subverting the process. And then you're shoving them into our areas and saying, just because you're Latino, you're supposed to be okay with this. Now, there's a lot of Haitians coming over. There's a lot of Africans coming. I'm black. Does that mean, well, you know what, if you're a black person, I'm sure you got somebody in your family that's here illegally, came across the border. We've been here a while. Okay, been here long enough to say I don't know one black illegal immigrant. But I see a lot of them coming across that border and they're not related to me. Just because they have the same color, same race or whatever, doesn't mean that they're related or there's a community of us and I gotta go, well, you know what, let's deport all of them except for my cousins and them. But now he's just gonna stereotype and say, well, you probably got somebody in your family that is, you know, here illegally.
And unfortunately, many innocent people are going to be affected by this, but you can't be that innocent if you raised a Latino for Trump.
Oh, God. Oh, boy.
Before all of the Latinos for Trump come at me all angry, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for.
Yes, we did.
You should be happy. Let me see that smile. But there you have it, guys. Once again, there is that number. You know what to do. It's time that these Latinos for Trump learn.
I should call him on you. There's a guy on the internet. I'm going to send you a picture of him. He's here legally. He's like, wait a minute, I'm here on that. Somebody reported you. So anyway, then we're going to top it off with this lady.
Learn the hard way. But
Listen to
anyways,
this.
let me know what you guys think.
And I may offend some people with what I'm going to say, and I don't give a to all you Latinos that voted for Trump, okay. I hope he mass deports you and your entire family. Whether you were here legally or not, you got to go.
What? Wait a minute. That's exactly what we've been saying about all the illegal ones that's here. They got to go. They got to go. But now all of a sudden you're setting aside all of that inclusivity. Yeah, you're setting aside, you're excusing the Democrats though, right? From bringing in millions and millions of folks from Latin America. You're excusing that, right? They ain't got to go. Yeah, you're embracing the party who are bringing in millions and millions of people and they ain't got to go. But the Latinos that are here legally, that didn't vote for the party who is bringing millions of them here illegally, got to go. That's liberal logic for you guys. That's some liberal logic, man. Boy, I tell you. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, if I was on an island with a liberal, I'd be like, you know what? You're on your own. I'm going over on this side of the island. You stay over there. Your logic is compromised. Let's continue.
I hope he does that. To you black men who your fragile ego couldn't take a black woman in office, so you either voted for Trump or you didn't vote at all, the police will now have carte blanche to murder you right where the f*** you stand.
How do you come to these conclusions? I mean, I would love to get hold to her and give her an earpiece. I would let her have it. I'd be like, you big dummy. So now we're reduced to our egos. Yeah, we're not smart enough to think right through reasons why we didn't want to vote for her. We're not smart enough for that. Nah, this lady right here said it's just our egos. That's the only thing. Now, I guarantee you, if I was to ask her, let's go ahead and have a contest. Let's see who can list 5 reasons why we're voting for our candidate outside of their race. Go. She's fighting for women's reproductive rights. Which ones y'all don't have? What do you mean? You got the right to reproduce. What are you talking about? What the abortion? She can't solve that. It's a state issue. It's out of her hands. We're talking about a federal election. Why did you vote for her? Because she's black. You're not allowed to say because she's black. Okay. Because she's what? No identity politics. Give me a policy. Guaranteed. She has none. But yet she's talking about it's our fragile ego. And now all of a sudden the cops is just going to have the right to shoot us in the streets for no reason. No reason. I mean, some of these people are sad to listen to.
And when they do that, there's not going to be no GoFundMes. Don't ask your family to ask us for shit. But don't expect sympathy. Don't expect protest in the streets. We're not doing that.
Well, most likely, if you're one of these people who get shot in the street by a cop, most likely, statistics show you brought it on yourself. You did something that led to it, as we've seen in the past. So here you are, but yet all these times, what do y'all do? Y'all do exactly what she said. Let's get a GoFundMe. Floyd, George Floyd, the guy who stuck a woman up with a pistol, the Jacob Blake who went in there and did all of these things and got himself shot. You know what? He's the victim. He's the victim. It's the white cops just walking around shooting black men for nothing. So,
Black women, we're done. We're done.
Oh, it's okay. You can be one of those black women that's done with us. We don't want you. You're that fish that we'll throw back in the water. Dang on it. Ain't no black man listening to you like, oh man, we're gonna lose a good one. Dang on it. It's like, okay, man, you go ahead, good. Y'all sure? Yeah, we cool. I mean, y'all gonna miss me. You're good. So once I'm gone, I'm gone. Okay. I'm leaving now. Okay. Go on now. Get.
We did our due diligence for this century and the next. We've done enough. We're not doing anymore. To you white women that once again voted against your fucking interests, when your husbands start knocking you into the middle of fucking next week and you can't do anything about it because no fault divorce is in play, I want you to take those black eyes and those busted lips as a personal thank you from Donald J. Trump each and every time you get hit. Take.
Now this goes to show how widespread mental issues are in our country. Trump's presidency, his introduction to politics, has revealed that we have a large population of mentally compromised people. I'm saying the emotional maturity of so many Americans, the social IQ. I mean, he's exposed so much. I didn't realize how many dumb folks walk amongst us. I didn't realize it. And Trump winning has revealed that we're surrounded by dummies. Dummies. When this is real in her head, she ain't a politician. Yeah, she ain't a Democrat getting up here just saying stuff. See, this woman is talking like, watch what I watch. Y'all gonna see.
Take it. Don't look for nobody else. Don't ask for help. Take your beatings. For all of y'all that voted for Trump, I hope you get exactly what you voted for.
Me too. I really do. I hope I get a solid closed border. I hope I get some reduction in crime. And I hope I get a great economy and all of that. So, yeah.
Because the only thing he did was make America great for the people that it was great for from the beginning. White men. That's what he did. He couldn't run the risk of whiteness no longer being the default, not being allowed to fail up.
Who got to you? Have you been talking to Joyless Reed? Did she compromise your common sense, woman? So now here she is. Apparently, under Trump's economy, she must have been broke. Must have been starving. Or she was so blinded by her racism and her identity politics, she couldn't see the blessings from his economy. That's what kills me. Back when Trump was in and folks were doing well economically, the Democrats did everything they could to distract folks from how good they were doing by saying, don't look at that. Look at all of the narratives we're dropping. He's a Russian agent. That man right there is Hitler. He's Mussolini. He's a white supremacist. But yet you're benefiting under his economy. So now when he's gone, you don't even realize that, wow, I actually was doing better under his economy. So in her head, it's only going to benefit his white friends and stuff like that. Once again, here's a woman who all you got to say is just leave the country. I'm sure you'd do better in Zimbabwe. I'm sure you'd do better economically over in Ethiopia. Go ahead over there. Go. Matter of fact, ante up, everybody. The angry black lady wants a ticket to Ethiopia. Get out of here. Haiti's out there sending them here. How about we go over there? You can send you to Haiti. They're all black. She'd be like, let's continue.
So when you're bleeding out somewhere and there's a medical emergency and you can't get no help, women who voted for him, you didn't give a so we don't give a That's how it is. This isn't America anymore. I don't know what it is, but it's not going to be America. And if you think that Trump is going to be in that office for 4 years, you're insane.
What?
Because we're about to be in a real live action episode of scandal. Because your next president is not Donald Trump. It's J.D. Vance.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Sound good to me.
Trust and believe.
Wow. So now that's the ones that actually sound like at least they could put sentences together. We ain't even moved to these people yet. So speaking of wokeness, could it be that Americans are sick of seeing people that support the Democrats look and sound like this? Could it be that?
Guys, I just voted, and I chose family.
Let's end this reign of terror now.
I chose family. I chose women. I chose America.
Why is Sean Penn sitting here boo-hooing with a sticker on his forehead? Guys, I just voted. I chose family. I chose women. When we see that, we go, these are all Democrat voters. They're all fragile. Their party is filled with folks that are emotionally fragile. They're filled with folks that are hyperbolic. They think the world's coming to an end. Everything's a problem. Everybody's a victim. We have to save everything. How about leave things alone? Everything was going fine. Just go about your own business. Go to work. Help your family. Stay out of trouble. But nope, here he is. I tried to save women. But wait, he's on an emotional roller coaster, y'all.
I love you.
Moving on. I'm moving on. We're moving on.
Good. B. Tatum laughing at him. You see, that man's going through all kind of grief. He's going through the immediately. His progress astounds me. I can't believe it. You know what? I voted. I tried. You know what? They said I'm good. I'm good. I just have to accept the reality. I just thought, I can't go. I can't go. Who wants to be dealing with these people? I mean, that man right there. Somebody, he needs a comfort pet. Something's going on. Democrats.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
That boy T levels are low.
It is B. Tatum.
Bro, get the T levels right.
Oh, they're so low. He has them. Hold on. I'm coming. There you go. I'll catch him. Matt Walsh is about to have some fun with these people. Look at this one. Look at these ones. Yeah, that map right there. That'll make you cry. That's enough to make you cry. Show me another one. Here we go. Yeah, let it sink in.
Somebody please let me know when the blue starts to shift.
What?
When does the blue start to shift? Somebody let me know when the blue starts to shift,
It's not.
please.
It's not gonna shift.
Please let me know.
And you know what's funny about these people? This is what makes it even more special. These are the things that make us say the left is loony. These are people who willfully and purposefully decide to record themselves on the internets crying. Let that sink in. You know? I mean, instead of going somewhere in the corner and just saying, dang on it, and boo-hooing, you decide, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to display my emotional fragility all over the internet and think that I'm going to be comforted. I'm not going to be made fun of. Nobody's going to look at me and say, do you want attention that much to where you're willing to record your, what is this doing? What is this doing? Except for immortalizing you on the internet as somebody who is emotionally compromised. If I see a woman, I don't care if she was gorgeous. If I see her on there playing music, ain't doing nothing but just crying, and playing sad music in the background. I'm going, your beauty can't overcome this mental just lapse or something. It can't. I'm worried. Anything could shatter you. But it don't stop there. Because you got all kinds. Some display their Trump derangement syndrome through tears, then some through anger. Hold on, y'all.
May not have race tomorrow.
Hold on.
So I'm going to bed with less than the thing that I have left. I fought a good fight, and if it turns out that, she flips, great, hell yeah, but right now I'm just not. I can't deal with this right now.
I can't deal with it.
Gonna violate my stuff?
Uh-oh. Now hold up now. Hold up, sister. Let me dry my tears. You ain't gonna be yelling at me. All right, I ain't gonna take that from you. So now, you settle down.
About none of that, because all the people that's violating my freaking life right now are Trump supporters. Y'all the only ones happy about this right now. Y'all the only ones.
Wait a minute.
Y'all see I got my blue on. I done cried so much that
Karate Kid.
my blue one, but I have to wear red because it's my freaking job. If I didn't have to wear this stupid ass color, I wouldn't be wearing it. Trust and believe me. Trust and believe me. I hate red so much in my life. Right now, I don't even know what to do. I've never hated red so much in my life until now.
Well, you know what? You're angry as a bull with that big ring in your nose. No wonder. Yeah, that red right there, we got them like bulls out there. I can't stand red. Man, I should show up like, there you go. Come on, get it. Come on. With that big fat ring in your nose, angry as a bull, I can't stand red. Every time I see it. So let's finish hearing the lady with the big fat bull ring in her nose tell us about she can't stand red and she hates all of us.
I hate red. Hate the fact that I have to wear this color today. I really do. Because I don't represent Trump at all. Go Trump? Honey, you gonna say, we'll see if you still scream go Trump in the next few months.
Oh, we will.
Let's see.
Yeah.
We'll see. All y'all say go Trump, we'll see if y'all still screaming that.
Oh, we will.
We'll see. Because I bet you won't. Because that man about to walk up in that White House.
And do what?
And he about to tear up.
That's what I'm talking about, girl. He about to walk up in that White House and tear stuff up. That's what we voted for. That's what we want. These idiots don't know the reason why. They can't figure that out, man. They're so delusional. They're so far just compromised. They can't stop to realize that's exactly why we sent him to the White House. We want him to go up there and tear that sucker to pieces. Uh-huh. But she's that he gonna tear it up.
He about to tear up.
Yeah.
I'm scared of what
Uh-oh.
I might wake up late.
Did y'all hear that? Y'all hear that woman right there? How do you get on the internet in 2024 without thinking that through? I'm going to record myself crying, saying I'm scared to go to sleep. First of all, the first part of logic is this. How do you implement slavery that quick? You telling me that you're going to go to sleep tonight, wake up as a slave tomorrow? You're like, the inauguration didn't even take place. You want me to bail this one right here? Is this the okay. Man, I just woke up. Can I wash my face? No. Get over there and bail that hay. While you were sleeping, we implemented slavery. You done slept through our implementation of slavery. Now get over there and bail. So now this chick is online crying, talking about, I'm scared to go to sleep, y'all. I might wake up tomorrow as a slave.
On Disney Plus.
Y'all like, why are y'all Trump supporters? Like, why?
Can you believe this? I mean, somebody needs to go in there and get her off the line immediately. She needs a family member to bust through the door like, hey, what are you doing? I'm sitting here watching your TikTok and you in here crying talking about you gonna be a slave tomorrow. Get your butt off that. You go out there and embarrass the whole family. I don't know you. I don't know you. If you got a boyfriend, I'd be like, we're done. We're done. I don't want anybody to know that me and you have had relations. Yeah, with a lady who thinks she's going to be a slave in the morning.
Why are y'all Trump supporters? Like, why is this a thing right now? Why is this okay?
Why is this okay? Matt, tell her that Matt. I want Matt Walsh to go ahead and psychoanalyze this.
I can't do this no more. I should have kept my vote to myself because I knew it didn't matter.
No, what you should have kept to yourself is this. Yeah, you should never tell anybody that you're thinking this in the whole wide world. Except the wall. Maybe a teddy bear. Sit there and be like, Cuddles. We've been together since I was a baby. Me and you got to run for our life. We's gonna be slaves in the morning, Cuddles. But don't tell a real human. This is unbelievable. I would be holding back my laugh so hard to where blood vessels would be popping in my eyes. If somebody like this came to me, Kev, I'm scared, I would be sitting there. What's wrong? Nothing. It would be so hard not to laugh at this girl. Sitting there talking about, I'm scared.
No, it didn't.
So she's worried she's gonna wake up a slave tomorrow. Makes sense. You know, as everyone knows, Trump ran on reinstating slavery.
Yeah, y'all didn't know that?
It was one of his core campaign promises. You know? At least if you have the mental computing software for leftists, that's apparently what you hear when Trump says that he's going to lower taxes and create more manufacturing jobs in America.
Yeah. That's an excellent analysis. Thank you for diagnosing that, laying it out. The mental processing capacity of a liberal. That's what they hear. How do you let data come in your ear and then your brain computes it, processes it, and then it comes out of your mouth? And I'm saying, what did you hear? What have you been observing? Have you seen Trump out there like, the first day, instead of being a dictator, I'm going to be a slave plantation owner? This is crazy. But this is the logic. Every one of these people that's on this montage, they've been compromised.
Now, so far, we've only reveled in the manic rage and despair of female Kamala supporters. But plenty of men are melting down.
Men too?
We'll get to those in a minute. First, here's one more from a woman.
So the election between Donald Trump and Kamala.
You see how Matt slid that one in? But here's one more from a woman. So now here's this guy, this very gentle peanut right here, who's getting paid to be a propagandist for the Democrat Party. And he's trying to remain positive when they were looking very bleak at Kamala Harris winning. Here he is trying to give their voters hope.
Kamala Harris has not been called yet. We do not know who the winner is, but it is pointing in one direction. Mm-hmm. And it's not final, but I just wanted to say that America failed women tonight, primarily. Trump has insulted women, berated them, has been found liable in court for assaulting a woman, and he took women's reproductive rights away.
Y'all hear this? More propaganda at the last second. The voting was already in, and this guy's still like, you know what? I'm gonna go right out here and spew these propaganda talking points to dead ears. It's falling on deaf ears, man. Deaf ears. If it hadn't worked by now, as you're seeing those states turn red, if it hadn't worked by now, do you think it's gonna work right there? Do you think somebody late night vote is gonna be about to punch the ticket and say, whoa, there's Henry or Harry or whatever his name is. He just said Trump is a convicted felon. I didn't even know it. I mean, it was the first time I'm hearing this. He just said that he was convicted of I've never heard of these things. You know what? Click Kamala Harris. It's not working, Harry. It's over. You're just telling that to yourself.
And instead of standing up to that, people voted for it. And we failed our daughters, our mothers, our sisters, our wives.
And yet we all interpret this totally different. We saved and protected our daughters, our mothers, our wives, ourselves, our country. Yeah, that's how we look at it, Harry.
tonight. America failed them. We
No,
failed them.
we didn't do nothing. Don't be including me in that mess, man. A totally different interpretation. I'm going, hey, I think we saved the country.
It is unfortunately the reality of the situation.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm sorry to everybody out there who will be impacted by what may come.
Mike Wise is a sports commentator, apparently, and he agrees with Harry. He tweeted, quote, "It's not just that Trump..."
Are y'all ready for this? This is somebody who tweeted this actually out. They're not even realizing they're doing the very thing they're about to accuse us of.
Trump won. It's that Joe Rogan, Dana White, Brett Favre won.
All of them.
Jailed insurrectionists won.
Yeah.
The Alitos and the Thomases won.
All of them.
Vladimir Putin won. Racism won. Misogyny won. Sexism won. Global warming won. Xenophobia won. Most of all, fear won.
Look at that. That right there is why we voted them out. Who wants to be bombarded by that machine gun of propaganda / identity politics? Now, what I can't even remember how many of those. Everything this evil one. Hold on.
Sports commentator, apparently, and he agrees with Harry. He tweeted,
"Get the gun."
Quote, "It's not just that Trump won. It's that Joe Rogan, Dana White, Brett Favre won. Jailed insurrectionists won. The Alitos and the Thomases won. Vladimir Putin won. Racism won. Misogyny won. Sexism won. Global warming won. Xenophobia won. Most of all, fear won."
That's what hurts. Fear won. Now, do you understand the irony in that tweet? He just listed all of the fearful things that they've been using to scare Americans into voting for Trump. And at the end, he says, most of all, fear won. Fear, acronym, false evidence appearing real. Everything that man just said in there is false evidence appearing real. Every one of these people online that we just watched crying, getting mad, blaming it on racism, Latinos and all that stuff, false evidence appearing real. That girl who thinks she's going to wake up tomorrow in slavery, false evidence appearing real. That girl who said, you black men, when y'all start getting killed in the street, we ain't coming to y'all rescue. False evidence appearing real. So he uses fear and then says, and fear won.
I'm sorry. No.
I rebuke you.
Why?
The power of Christ compels you.
Why?
Loose.
Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
Come out, Satan.
Just wonderful. Listen. Yes, it lacks the spontaneity and authenticity of the 2016 version. This woman had to set up her camera and scream hysterically, stop recording. So she had to decide, okay, I'm going to scream hysterically now. Take out her phone, set it up, scream, stop recording.
No, Matt, don't expose her like that, man. She worked hard on that bit. Come on, Matt, man, you taking the fun out of it. Maybe let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she was just riding down the street, just normally recording herself in the car like she always does, and then just decided to have a nervous breakdown. There it is. I always record myself while I'm in the car riding to get groceries, and you know what? I snapped. I started thinking about it. I didn't prepare this. I didn't prepare the snapping. So maybe that's what happened, Matt.
Edit it down, post it. She had to do all that. She probably watched that video back 10 or 15 times before she posted it. She probably did multiple takes. If you were to check her camera roll right now, I guarantee there are like 30 of those videos where she's going for just the right, she had to repeat that 30 times. And you might say that makes the mental breakdown less enjoyable for the rest of us. But I tend to disagree. I, for one, appreciate the effort that she's putting into it. It's the thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts. Oh, guys. Man, I can't believe I spent an hour laughing at these folks. I was supposed to be on the next part of the show already. I done went ahead and spent most of my time exposing these liberals. So, guys, in the beginning, I think we're going to go ahead and break this up into two parts because I definitely ain't going to be able to get through it. But I do want to get to, oh, God. You know what? Let me see something here. All right. So, in the beginning of the show, the live stream, I was talking about how all of the things that they have done to try to stop Trump. And they wonder why it didn't work. And they put him on the cover of, I don't think, Vanity Fair or something like that. And they listed all of those things. And all that is, to us, is a reminder of all the things they tried to do to stop this man. And only people who would read that say, look at that. 33 felony, he got 4 felonies, he got all these convictions. Only people who would read that and interpret it that way are people who, unfortunately, are bubbleheads, who don't realize that all of those charges, all of these things that they listed were orchestrated and coordinated by the left, by the Democrat Party and the deep state and the media. See, they're looking at it like, how can folks vote for him with that resume of evil? And we're looking at that resume of evil as an indictment and a revelation of who's behind that resume of evil. We're not looking at Trump. He's not the evil one. I'm going, all of that evil came from these people. We saw him do it. Now, if they could stick all of that on him and sell it to the American people, at least some dummies, then what do you think they can do to us? And you wonder why we voted for him. So the problem now is Trump won. Now, how would you feel if you've been sneaking around coordinating all kind of lawfare? Know you're taking trips up to Washington. So what y'all want us to do? Y'all want us to go ahead. We can't tell nobody we all met. And no, all of this coordination is going on. You dog Trump, running through all of this, trying to take his money, and somehow he wins? I would be scared too. All these Democrats walking around talking, I'm going to have to lead the country, and it's lawfare. He's coming. They ain't talking about the people. They're sitting back going, I wonder if he gets in there, if he going to find out that we was talking to each other. I wonder if he going to find some files in this. I guarantee you they burning all kind of stuff right now. They like, all right, the bleach pit. Where's Hillary when we need her? Bleach pit. Burn this mess up. So now they got to figure out what to do with this dude that now got the upper hand. Oh, he's like, so let's see them go ahead and reminisce and throw out a last Hail Mary, hoping for lawfare to work. Let's see what's lately going on.
Paula, can I just ask you in terms of your reporting, given how the polls showed this would go, given that the Trump campaign didn't think this would go this way, given that the Harris campaign didn't think this would go this way, I mean, did Jack Smith have this all sort of as a possibility really prepared? Or is he also, just as human being Jack Smith, reacting to this in the moment and trying to figure it out?
What, Jack in the Box? What's up with Jack in the Box? Last I heard, he was dropping out reports and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Last I heard, Jack in the Box was down there trying to rekindle the case. That's the last I checked. Jack in the Box threw a last Hail Mary. Tried to throw us a little October surprise. So I'm sure because he's fighting for justice and he just wants to see justice prevail, he's going to carry on with his pursuit for justice, right?
So in speaking with my sources, they were not aware of any discussions that had happened prior to today and said this is really the first time there have been formal discussions, but everyone who's been looking at the polls knew that this was a possibility, right? I mean, Trump has been asked what would he do regarding Jack Smith if he was reelected, but I'm told that the formal discussions, according to my source, have begun in earnest today, and it's going to take them several days to figure out exactly what this looks like and what they'll do. I'm also told not to expect likely any court hearings, and these would likely be filings, if anything, that would try to resolve these cases.
So, Ellie.
So y'all spent all this money, taxpayers' dollars, and all of that stuff going after Trump. And now they're all falling apart. That's what you're saying? That's what you're saying?
Look, we've been talking about this for years now, okay? We've been talking about this for years. Trump's appeared in courtrooms. We've all gone and sat in courtrooms where Trump has appeared in downtown New York. He's actually scheduled to appear in a New York courtroom in just under 3 weeks to receive a sentence for his conviction on 34 counts of falsifying business.
Is he? Because right now, all of these people who participated in this lawfare seem to be changing their attitude, except for one person that we're going to be talking about in a second. But for some reason, now all of them are like, you know what? I mean, maybe we should. I wonder why they're doing that. I wonder why they're changing it up.
So what happens to all of those cases? Do those cases, is that even happening as a sentencing, or does that just gone.
Well, Aaron, I do think the state sentencing, now we're getting away from the DOJ federal cases that Paula was talking about, but I do think that state sentencing will proceed on November 26th. The reason is the judge in that case, Juan Merchan, originally had scheduled the sentencing for September, which would have been before the election. And then in a somewhat surprising ruling, he said, actually, I don't want to do anything that might impact the election. Therefore, I'm going to put it off until after the election. So now,
could it be that Supreme Court messed that all up? Could it be that this man started to go, wait a minute now, you guys drugged me into this. It was fun and all. Y'all said this guy was going to lose. And it doesn't look like he's losing. Maybe I should go ahead and withhold the sentencing because I don't want to get disbarred. I don't want him to get in and find out that it really was lawfare. It really was coordination. I don't want that to happen. So maybe I better pump the brakes and see how this all plays out. Could it be that's what he's doing? Huh.
Now impacting the election is no longer a concern, but this will be a surreal moment. We are going to have the president-elect, not just a former president, but now the president-elect going into a county-level court to receive his sentence. But I do want to stress this. No matter what the sentence is that Judge Merchan pronounces, if this goes ahead in a few weeks, it's almost entirely symbolic and formalistic. There is no way that the president-elect will be locked up, even in an ordinary circumstance.
But wait a minute, he's a convicted felon, right? That's a big deal. Because they've been using that talking point, the convicted felon and all of this stuff. So you telling me y'all done made all of this hubbub for nothing? It's just going to be out there for show, slap on the wrist, because it's bogus. But let's see if it's really going to happen, y'all.
He would probably be allowed to appeal before he has to serve a sentence. So it'll be an important moment, an interesting moment. But anyone who's thinking Donald Trump is going to be locked up needs to just let go of that fantasy.
Oh, I know that hurt her. I know it's like that. You just straight punched her in the gut, right in the diaphragm. Oh, that hurt. You know how many hours we spent talking about that nonsense. But wait a minute. What's this? Uh-oh. That same Judge Merchan. Listen. I think he's changing his mind. He got to change your heart, y'all.
Legal team is going to try to make sure that sentencing never happens. As we know, their usual strategy is always to just try to get things delayed. But here they're going to argue to the judge that the sentencing should never happen because now that Trump is president-elect, they will say that he is entitled to the same constitutional protections as a sitting president and should be protected from state actors, in this case, state prosecutors. Now, the judge overseeing that case, Judge Juan Merchan, he's given himself a deadline of November 12th to decide if the conviction against Trump should be tossed. Based on the Supreme Court's recent ruling on immunity, if he tosses the conviction, there'll be no sentencing. But
he's going to toss that sucker out that window and hope that Trumps forget about this. Hope Trumps forget about all the unnecessary hours that he had to spend in that stupid courtroom. Should have been out campaigning. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and toss that out. Like, let's let bygones be bygones, right, Trump? Let's let bygones. I mean, I could have sentenced you. He's going to toss that bad boy out because he just realized how many Americans saw what happened and said, that's bullcrap, and voted this man in. Yeah, this ain't a popular situation. Nobody's going to celebrate him now. Nobody's going to say, you did good. You just sentenced the most popular president in the whole wide world, in the history of our country. You just did good. You did good. Nobody's going to celebrate that now. It means nothing. He gets no benefit now if he sentences him. In fact, I'm sure he's hoping that Trump forgets about the fact that he gagged him. Talked down to him in the court. Talking reckless. I bet you he's hoping. Trump's a forgiving guy. You think he's going to take it personal? You think he's going to remember this when he gets in and starts cleaning house? You think so? Maybe if I just throw the case out, he'll forget about it? You think so? Nope. I told y'all, I don't want to let bygones be bygones with these people. I want to make sure justice is served. Because if you don't stick it to them, they'll do it again. They don't learn a lesson. They need examples made out of them.
if that sentencing continues to go forward, this is the argument that the Trump team is going to make.
We have some news about special counsel Jack Smith, this man right here.
What's up?
Donald Trump said recently that he would fire Jack Smith, quote, within 2 seconds of taking office. Well, we found out that he may not have that opportunity.
Why?
The reason is that the Department of Justice, where Jack Smith works, cannot prosecute a sitting president. Fox News is told that Jack Smith will be gone from his post as special counsel, meaning the cases will be gone before Trump takes the oath of office.
Jack Smith is waving the white flag. Jack in the Box is tapping out. No mas. Why? Because he knows what's coming. You tell him I'm coming. And hell's coming with me. You hear me? Jack in the Box is going, let me get out of here before the boss comes back, before dad comes home. So now, you spend all this time as a hitman for the Democrats. Now you're going ahead and saying, I'm going to go ahead and fire myself before he fires me. And that's what I'm going to do. And hope Trump forget about it. That's what they're all doing now. They're hoping Trump gets in and gets preoccupied with making America great. You know, a part of making America great again is dealing with this lawfare. That's a part of it too. So here's Jack thinking he could sneak off in the middle of the night.
Office at noon on January 20th. This is the documents case, though that was dropped already by Judge Eileen Cannon this summer, and it's on appeal. Also this case for Trump's alleged efforts to try to overturn the 2020 election.
Yeah, all of that.
DOJ policy says you cannot prosecute a sitting president. Expect Jack Smith cases to be done.
Wow. Now, if Judge Merchan from Flan decide to throw the case out, okay, you know what that's going to mean, right? Trump's no longer going to be able to be called a convicted felon. Are they all going to come out and apologize? He shouldn't have been called a convicted felon anyway because there's no sentencing. But yet they all went out there and used that talking point because that dirty, stinking, corrupt judge gave them that talking point to use. And you see it plastered all over the place. You hear every one of them, the two-time convicted felon, and what? But now all of a sudden, we're talking about potentially throwing out that case. Jack Smith stuff is going away. He's bouncing. I wonder what's happening down there with Fat Fanny. We ain't heard nothing from her. And then, of course, we got one stinking woman still hanging around.
The last case, and I'll end on this, is that Atlanta case that deals with the 2020 elections. That's a local Georgia case. We've seen over the last year how that has played out with Fonnie Willis, Nathan Wade. That has many problems, many different delays. So the bottom line for my story to all of you right now, Donald Trump's legal problems have essentially all gone away.
Oh, snap! That right there is a backfire. I wonder how that feels. When you sitting back like, man, I'm punching this person as hard as I can, and they're going like, I don't feel nothing. I don't feel nothing. They've been throwing blows, punching, swinging, scratching, biting, and Trump still keeps going through. Hitting me with everything they got. So there was a preacher 2 years ago who prophesied it. I don't know what's his name, but I'm going to tell you right now, he's a prophet. He's a prophet. The man prophesied that, number one, all of Trump's legal issues would just fall away. Fall away. Prophesied that Trump will get shot in the ear. I mean, who prophet? You know, a prophet has to be detailed. You can't be talking about that. I sense a blessing. I sense a blessing coming. Everybody's going to get a blessing at some point. You can't be talking about that. Some money is coming your way. Not no general prophecies. That man got detailed. He said Trump's legal issues will fall away. He said he will be shot in the ear. And then he said, and he will win the election in a landslide because all of these people are going to come out of nowhere and vote. And all three of them. And Jim Clement, right now, God rest his soul, he called it too. See, people got a little scared because Trump so supposedly lost that second one. But I think he needed it. He needed it. Now that I look back, what the devil meant for evil worked out for good because it allowed him to reset, reset and really reach out to unite our country with groups that if he would have won that second one, I don't know if we'd have had the coalition that we have. I don't know if that would have given him a chance to build a team that he has and be able to really recognize all the players and areas that need to be dealt with. I think right now he's ready to go in and do some real damage. See, so man, Jim Clement, thumbs up, and whoever that preacher was. But guys, wait a minute, y'all. Somebody ain't learned their lesson. Somebody is scared that Trump is about to go buck wild on them. So now they're gonna be like a dog barking. And they're gonna go ahead and try to get out ahead of it. Like, I ain't scared of Trump. Shoot, I mean, so I don't care. He won. he come up in here. Shoot, he gonna have. I wish he would. So now let's see Big Kinkles up there in New York. You know what I'm talking about. The bootleg Queen Latifah. Talking trash.
We did not expect this result, but we are prepared to respond to this result.
Do you hear this nasty witch? We did not expect it. So trying to sound like Tina Turner. We're going to take this song. Normally we don't do anything slow, but we're going to take the beginning of this song. So we did not expect this result, but we're prepared. I think it's a bluff. I think you're scared, not prepared. That's what I think. That's what I think. And you're up here trying to get out ahead of it like, hey, Trump, if you think about doing something else, you better not. You better not, because shoot. That's what I think she's doing. So let's finish hearing her bluff.
We faced this challenge before, and we used the rule of law to fight back. And we are prepared to fight back once again.
Fight back because of what? I mean, here you are, an American city. I mean, if you ain't do nothing, why you got to fight back? Do you think the president just going to get in and say, you know what, let me find a city to pick on. I'm going to go ahead and just mess with New York and go ahead and attack Latifah for no reason? You're not talking about fighting back for the people. Yeah, you're talking about fighting back for the Democrat Party. And you're talking about fighting back because you participated in Lawfare. That's what you're talking about. Don't be trying to make it seem like the New Yorkers are scared and you're fighting for them.
Here we are. We've studied their platforms.
No, here you are.
We've identified certain possibilities, fact patterns.
Listen to her. These bluffs. This corrupt, stinking, big cankle having evil woman still talking trash after Trump done smashed through all of these obstacles and through her garbage. I hope he lets her have it. Have it.
We've created contingency plans. So no matter what the next administration throws at us, we're ready. We're ready to respond to their attacks.
For what? Why would they be attacking you? See, this is what she's not explaining. Attacking you for what? Who is you're thinking he's going to be attacking? See, she's trying to throw this statement out there as if Trump is just going to come into New York and attack it like he's Godzilla. Just come in, start tearing down everything. Like he's King Kong. Start climbing stuff, just tearing it down. Nobody's getting attacked. What are you talking about? Trump's here to make America great again, unless you're a raggedy, stinking, corrupt politician who abused your office, and now you're sitting back worried. Yeah, now I can see that. Because see, when these Democrats come out and they start talking about that he's going to come after his political enemies, no. People who disagree with him, no. Only people who deserve it. Only people who are corrupt got a conscience that's eating them up like the thank you. Somebody said guilty conscience. Conscience eating them up, and they're sitting back like, oh shoot, I better say something now. I better go ahead and see if I can get people on my side by trying to make it seem like Trump coming after all of us. And I ain't gonna let him hurt y'all. That's right. We all in this together. No, you're the one attacked him.
We're ready to respond to any attempts to cut or eliminate any funding to the great state of New York, as the governor outlined.
Why would he want to cut funding to you guys? Oh, could it be because you're a sanctuary city and you're using your money to help illegal immigrants? Could it be that?
So despite what has happened on the national stage,
we
will continue to stand tall in the face of injustice, revenge, or retribution.
Oh, listen to that. So now it's revenge, retribution. Same woman on the campaign trail, Big Tinkles, was out there talking about we need to get into his finances. Hadn't even been in office yet. We need to go after his businesses. Now you're talking about retribution. You're talking about revenge. You plotted against Trump before you were even elected. And yet now here you up here talking about revenge. Why would he want revenge? Revenge for what? See, people don't come after. The fact that you're saying revenge makes me think that he has a reason to want revenge. Okay.
We will continue to protect
Who?
and our most vulnerable and marginalized amongst us.
You? You and your corrupt folks are the most vulnerable right now. You're like, oh shoot, he won by a lot. Oh, he's about to get the Senate and the House. Oh man, they might be bringing me up there in some hearings and stuff. They might open up an investigation in my office. I better go ahead and make it appear that Trump's going to come in and attack all of us just because we're New Yorkers.
Because it is my sworn duty and responsibility to lead that fight.
What fight?
Working with the governor of this great state, Kathy Hochul.
Another corrupt person?
This is not the time to be fearful, New York.
Oh.
But
why are you talking to the New Yorkers like this? I mean, do you understand he improved his voter base in New York? Nobody's scared that Trump's coming in there. What are you talking about? That's not time to be fearful, New Yorkers. Because I am. I sure am. And I'm sitting there putting on a poker face right now over this ugly face of mine, trying to bluff Trump, trying to scare him from coming in.
Faithful and steadfast.
Steadfast.
Knowing that I, as the Attorney General, along with my entire team,
is crooked.
We are guardians of the law.
Guardians of the law. Who believes that? Abusers of the law. You big stinking cankle having.
And we are prepared, my friends,
Sound like
to
a
fight
threat
back.
to me. To fight back.
Thank you.
President-elect Trump.
And then we'll close with this. So these two evil women are now trying to get out ahead of it, trying to bluff Trump, telling him, don't be coming messing with us after what we tried to do to you. Okay? So now they're going to send out Bucky Beaver. Now you're going to send out Roger the Rabbit. Now you're going to send out this big teeth having woman right there looking like a vampire, a reverse vampire. Still that long ones right here. She got the long ones right there. Pale as one too. So let's see what vampire big Bucky teeth got to say.
Needs to repeal his elimination of the state and local tax deduction. He also needs to support our ongoing efforts to support our transit.
How you got somebody who can't close their teeth when they talk? It's very rare that you see her lips absolutely come together because her teeth are so big. She's talking like this. So let's go ahead and see.
Support the Gateway Tunnel, Second Avenue Subway, and fund major critical infrastructure, again, particularly the MTA.
Someone get her a
Also to back our critical economic development projects, such as those funded by the CHIPS and Science Act, which is intended to bring manufacturing back home from China and South Asia and create thousands of jobs in our state, as is occurring with Micron. And I will work with him or anybody, regardless of party, on
here it comes, y'all. Here's her bluff.
these kind of efforts that I know will benefit the state of New York.
Yes.
However, if you try to harm New Yorkers or roll back their rights, I will fight you every step of the way.
What are these people talking about? If he tries to harm New Yorkers, roll back their rights. You're almost invoking the wrath, and you're almost tempting him to go ahead and come after you guys. Maybe if you two would have just shut your mouths and said congratulations to the presidential elect. We look forward to working with this administration. But instead, what do? Y'all come out and mix it with some bluffs, with some threats. Y'all haven't learned. That lawfare that y'all implemented against Trump was one of the most egregious things that all Americans saw. No logical American would be upset if Trump investigated Big Cankles. We would all be going, you wouldn't have no outrage. It wouldn't be no people up there, man, that's such that he's actually going after. You would have folks going, darn right. That chick tried to beat Trump for over almost a $500 million. And then you talk about if he comes after me for revenge for trying to steal his company and threatening to take his building and trying to take all of his money and stuff. And if he come after me, hey, I'm going to be ready and stuff. Because, yeah.
New Yorkers are resilient. We fought the first time around and we'll fight again.
Fought for what? Y'all see that? Finish it.
Election for them. I truly believe that.
It
I
cost the
think that the
election.
lawfare people having statements today, like Hochul and Letitia James, the narcissism, it's got to go. So America's tired of it, and I think they said that in the polls. These cases need to be dropped. We need to move on. America needs to heal.
And that was one of the biggest things that cost them. They're thinking the whole time, yeah, give him one more indictment. That'll do it. What? He got more popular? Okay, hold on. So that didn't work. Okay, well, you know what? Let's hit him with another dose of impeachment. That should cover it. What do you mean people are still voting? They're looking at this as lawfare? Well, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, every president has 30-something indictments and 4 indictments and 30-something charges. Every president gets that. Every president goes through 4 impeachments. Every president gets their house raided. Every president gets that. They don't think we saw it. And then they're still out here using these talking points as if they think we still believe he was guilty of all of that. Every time they say it, it makes me mad because it reminds me of the abuse of power. And I'm saying, don't let that slide. I want to see these people pay a price. Now, God bless y'all. God bless America. Oh, yeah, man. I ain't finished, but I'm finished for now. Because we're going to get into what have they learned. That's what we're going to get into. But before we get into that, oh, yeah, let me hear one more time. Let's go out with this. Yeah, hold on.
It plays. The great.
Yeah, where's it at? Give it to me, y'all.
Back me up, go all in, by Joe Biden. I gotta win, save the country from sin. I won't never slack up, get your money back up. Try cause my motor in your belly backed up. Get up, stand up, throw your mega hats up. If you got the feeling,
see?
Kamala's on Trump's got the hot flow.
That's back when you used to dance hard. Nobody was out there trying to be cool. Nah, man. Yeah, you had to go get some cardio in before you used to go out and dance. You couldn't be out of shape back then. Every move was hard.
Blaze, the great patriots who listen to my radio.
Give it to me again.
All over the world. The great patriots right here again at Blaze.
All the moves was hard.
Back me up, go all in, by Joe Biden. I gotta win, save the country from sin. I won't never slack up, get your money back up. Try cause my motor in your belly gets smacked up. Get up, stand up, throw your mega hats up. If you got the feeling, Kamala's unappealing. Trump's got the hot flow, Dems are talking junk. Though I got shot in my ears, certify me as the GOAT, yo. Working, check to peeps in the cars. Let me serve more fries than lies from the voters are. DJ T, shown up in the lead. And if great switch them on, I'm the president you need. Kamala's a clown, Kamala's a clown. So get out and vote, keep jump around. Jump around. Keep jump around. Jump around. Jumps up, Kamala's going down. I'm the cream of the crop. I rise when I'm shot. Some started from the bottom, but I've always been on top. Painting me as a dictator, some type of super trader. I think you need some loving cause you sounded like a hater. But I ain't going down like no punk foo. Clean up the house, Joe, moving in back soon. Kamala's a clown, Kamala's a clown. So get out and vote, you jump around. Jump around.
Yeah, man. Yeah, jump around. Now I'm tired. See, up here, I got caught. I was reminiscing. For a minute, in my head, I was back out there with the parachute pants on and the box, the slope, and all that stuff, and the bright colors, and the patent leather shoes. With all my boys with the rehearsed moves and all of that. I was back out there. I didn't realize I ain't in that shape no more. So God bless y'all. Now I gotta go ahead and put my hands on my head to get some deep breaths. There we go. All right, we will be back here tomorrow to finish with these clowns as I jump around. Jump up again. Now, look, before we go, guys, guess who I got? Man, we got 848 people watching the show. Wow, dang. 848 likes. Wow. Thank you, guys. Come here, Gizmo. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Look who's back. Yeah, he got himself a haircut. Yeah, Gizmo got a haircut. Yeah, you feel handsome now? You feel handsome? Yeah, no emotions. Gizmo like, you're exploiting me. I have rights. But I don't raise no liberal dogs, dang on it. He's not fragile. So thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Don't forget to hit the like button, share my videos, follow me on all the other social media platforms. Please check out Kevin's Corner store for some merch. And if you want to support the channel through my Cash App, PayPal, you can do that as well. And I really think, man, YouTube might have been like, okay, we better go ahead and lay off of people. The election is over. Because, I mean, good grief. Yesterday we had a decent amount of folks watching, and tonight we do too. Interesting. We'll see how it goes. I ain't going to get too excited. So, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Have some fun on a Friday night before we all go and kick it. All right. So, God bless y'all. God bless America. Let's get out of here, Gizmo. Don't forget, text MAGA to this number. And give it to me. Give it to me. Where's my theme song? Our city. You took it back. I know you see the apes. I know you see the worry, terror, the place. Yeah. Take care.